All right. For the record, I've gone through about 4 or 5 of these pages for my kids' poor little coloring book. This whole like Zoom thing to record on is difficult, and this is me forfeiting, giving up after a couple takes. I'll have to go back to the drawing board on that bad boy. All right. So I determined that we don't need to share screens here. And if you like the Zoom better, let me know. I'll make it work. Right now, we're going to use the old YouTube. All right. Let's see here. We have the wrong thing up, of course. So we are done for a little bit using the metric system. And what I told you on my other 4 or 5 takes, don't get frustrated, please, okay? Your teacher next year, they're not expecting for you to have mastered 5th grade material. Next year when I teach, I'm not going to expect 4th grade to have mastered 4th grade material because I lived during this too, right? And your next year's teacher, they lived through the 2020 issues as well. So give yourself a break. Don't get frustrated. The fact that you're watching these videos and you're trying to learn this is phenomenal. And being exposed and understanding this a little bit, it's going to help you out so much. So keep that attitude, okay? All right. Now, today we're pausing on the metric system. We're coming back to America. And we are going to use the customary units, okay? We're going to talk about yards and feet and inches. How many inches are in a foot? 12, right? 12 inches in a ruler. How many feet are in a yard? 3. Ooh, how many inches are in a yard? Well, there's 3 feet, so 12, 12, and 12. 36. So, the first question says, which statement makes it true? Now, these are going to be examples first. I'm going to give you some examples first. When we're done with the examples, then I'll go over tomorrow's problems, okay? Today's 3 problems. All right, what makes the statement true? How many inches are in 1.5 yards? So we have 1.5 yards. Is equal to how many inches? So that's what all you have to write is that, and then under it put like what's their conversion rate? What's one equal to the other? So I'm gonna put a little box, and I'm gonna put 1 yard is equal to 36 inches. Okay, 1 yard is equal to 36 inches. That's gonna help me out. Because now I have 1.5 yards. So how many 36 inches do I have? I have 1.5 36s. Sounds like multiplication to me, which it is. So you're going to take your 1.5 and multiply that by 36. 1.5 times 36. Turn 36 into a fraction, 36 over 1, and turn 1.5 into just a fraction, not a mixed number. 1.5 is 3 halves. So I have 3 halves times 36 over 1. And from all my reducing friends out there, because you don't want to have something over 100, which 36 times 3 is, we can reduce the 36 and the 2 first. Cut them both in half. Now you have 18 times 3, which if you play darts, you know what a triple 18 is. Or the cheat that I always do is 20 times 3, which is 60, but we didn't have 20. We had 2 less, 3 times, so we have 6 less than 60, so it's 54. That's 54, and 1 times 1 is 1. So how many inches are in? How many inches are in 1.5 yards? 54. So that's my answer for the first one. Okay, let's go to the second one. I feel like a painter. Oh, 12 inches is equal to how many feet? 12 inches equals how many feet? Well, what's the relationship? The relationship is 12 equals 1. So if 12 inches equals 1 foot, how many feet do you have if you have 12 inches? Well, we have one group of 12. So the answer is 1. Okay. How many feet are in 60 inches? Okay, so how many feet are in 60 inches?
Dad, I want to watch Puppy Pals.
Okay, we'll watch Puppy Pals in a second. All right. Thanks for that. How many feet are in 60 inches? Well, how many inches make a foot? 12. So how many 12s are in 60? Sounds like division, right? We want to pull out every 12 is equal to a foot. So we want to pull out as many 12s as possible. So 12 goes into 60 how many times? And that answer is 5. Is there anything left over? No, it's perfectly 5. Let's go to the next one. How many yards? So it goes blank yards. Remember, these are just my examples. Equals 216 inches. Okay. Well, how many inches make a yard? 36. You want to say 12, but 36. Okay? So we want to pull out as many 36s as possible. And you could turn it into a fraction if you want because it's doing the same thing. So how many 36s are in here? Well, it's not 10 because that'd be 360. It's not 5 because if you multiply 36 times 5, it's 180. So it's more than 5. I'm going to guess 6. So I'm going to take my 36 and see what 36 times 6 is. 18, 19, 20, 21. And check that out. It's exactly 6. Okay? And let's see if I can fit. You know, I'm going to use another page anyway, so. Flip it over here.
Dad, look at it.
Okay, all right. I'm glad you're on Disney Plus.
I'm watching Puppy.
All right, next time wait until they go to bed again. Here we go. 1.5 yards. That's how many feet? So I'm going to write down what I know. I know I have 1.5 yards. And I also know that I want to figure out how many, sorry, I always put in Y for yards, it's YD. I want to figure out how many feet are in it. So, we are going to figure out how many feet are in, so how many feet are in 1 yard? 3. So, if I have 1.5 yards, each one of those is going to turn into 3. Okay? So what is 1.5 times 3? Well, 3 would turn into 3 over 1. This turns into 3 over 2. So what's 3 over 2 times 3 over 1? It's 9 over 2. And what is 9 halves? Well, 9 halves is equal to 4.5. So 4.5 feet. So 4.5 feet. And let's just make sure this makes sense. If I pull out yards, I would pull out 3 feet. That's 1 yard. There's still 1.5, which is half of another one. So yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Now, last but not least, we have a triangle. We have 2 feet here. We have 1 foot here. We have 24 inches here. Now, question is, what is the perimeter in feet? Well, we got feet there, that's good. We got feet there, that's good. We got, you loser, you're not feet. Why are you not feet? We can turn you into feet. So, a foot is 12 inches. If we have 24 inches, that is 12, 12, exactly 2 feet. So that's good. Now, question is, what's the perimeter? Well, it's 2. You add all the sides for perimeter. 2 plus 2 plus 1. So perimeter equals 5 feet. Alrighty? Perfect. Done with that bad boy right there. Now, today you are going to have the same problems I did, okay? You have, let's see, a little bit. You have, what makes a statement true? You have how many inches are equal to 2.5 yards. You are going to convert that, and remember, each of those is equal to 36, right? Over here, you're going to convert just like I did. Inches to feet. How many feet are in inches? So that's inches to feet as well. I'd flip them if you're not comfortable with the missing number being on that side. How many yards are in 432 inches? How many inches does it take to make a yard? 36. Right? And I don't know what I just said up here. These are each 12. I may have said 36, thinking it was yards. So 12 inches are in a foot. How many 12s are in 36? How many 12s are in 90, because you're going to feet again. Here you're going to yards, it's a sneaky. So every 36 inch is a yard. And then here you're going from yards to feet, and there's 3 feet per yard. You have perimeter over here. One of them is inches, and then the rest are feet. And then that's all she wrote for that, okay? So I will leave you with a terrible joke. You ready? Whoever stole my copy of Microsoft Office, I will find you. You have my word. Good luck. Work on the questions and check the answers in the answer video after this. All right.